Welcome to Chromaticus. Today I'm going to talk about the college experience. It's a big reason that a lot of young people make the decision to go to college, at least here in America. But is it really worth it? Is it worth going into tens of thousands of dollars worth of debt for this special college experience? Well, let's examine what that college experience is exactly. When you go to college to get a degree, you typically live on this big, beautiful campus instead of continuing to live with your parents. So you're sort of off on your own, at least while college is in session. You'll probably make lots of new friends and do a ton of partying on the weekends, I know I did, and you'll generally have a great time, all while learning to master the subject that you're studying. As someone who originally went to a 4-year college to study art, I can tell you it was a blast. I'm not trying to downplay that. But that isn't the question. The question is, well, it's really two questions. The first question, is the college experience worth tens of thousands of dollars worth of debt? Debt that comes with crippling interest rates that you'll be paying for most of your life. And the second question is the experience that you get from college something that you can only get by going to college? I'm going to answer both questions based on my personal experience. For me, the first question, the answer is a resounding no. While I did have a great experience at college and I created many great memories, afterwards I lost contact with every single one of my friends within just a few years. The truth is that most people grow up and move to other cities and they get married and have kids and generally move on with their lives. I'm actually not married and I don't have any kids, and even I grew apart from all of those people that I was so close to in college that I thought would be my circle of friends forever. As I work a regular job to pay the bills and spend all my free time working on my career, that tiny little bit of extra time I have each week goes to my girlfriend. It has to, or she would definitely leave me. So for me, that college experience existed not as a part of my whole life, but sort of as a tiny little bubble of time, so to speak. Bubble that I grew out of and moved on from. It doesn't really mean anything to me now, if I'm being honest. I'd really be the same person if I never went at all, because my real growth as a human being came in my mid to late 20s and not in my early 20s, and it came from simply living life. Now, the one thing I haven't grown out of is the exorbitant amount of student loan debt, and I really want to put this into perspective for you. Half of that debt, half went to studying gen eds that our disaster of a school system forces you to take in order to earn the degree. That's tens of thousands of dollars that I was forced to spend on classes that had nothing to do with my major, nothing to do with my life, and classes that I forgot 5 minutes after they were over. All for what? A piece of paper that says I graduated that no one has looked at since then? Now, if you're studying to be an engineer or a lawyer or a doctor, or something that you can't exactly learn from trial and error or apprenticeships, then it's probably worth it to get the degree, because no one's going to hire a doctor if they haven't studied medicine. And with a good job like that, you'll have no trouble paying off that debt. The same goes for those big Ivy League schools. That name alone can open a lot of doors. But if you're studying something like art or music or writing, English, cultural studies, anything where the market is either flooded or the jobs don't pay worth a damn, then this is a very serious question that you need to think about. Don't let your parents or anyone else around you pressure you to go to college just to go. It's not worth it unless you weigh all the pros and the cons and you're getting something truly incredible out of it that will make the rest of your life better, but also put you on a reasonable path to paying off that debt so that it doesn't become an overwhelming burden on your life. Personally, if I was going to go back in time and do it all over again, I would not have gone to college for art, but would have rather honed my skills from a combination of private lessons from some local artists and thousands of hours of practice. I think our country really needs to get back on a path to apprenticeships or trade schools and start shifting away from these big colleges and these 4-year degrees, at least for a lot of professions. Again, doctors should probably have a lot of fancy schooling. The second question, is there some special college experience that you can get at college that you can't get anywhere else? Does it make you a better person? Do you grow as a human being in some unique way? Do you gain wisdom that you otherwise might not have gained? Again, my answer is no. When you leave high school, you can get a job. It can be any job, and by working really hard, you can move up the ladder and be given more responsibilities along with more money while learning new skills. Also, at that job, you will make friends that you can party with on the weekend, and you can get your own apartment, your own car, pay your own bills, and you will gain all of the life experience you could possibly need by simply living life in the real world. There will be ups and downs, probably more downs if we're being realistic, but this is where you actually grow as a human being. I think everybody should hit rock bottom at least once in their life, because this is where you gain tremendous amounts of wisdom and build character. There is nothing special that you will learn about life from college that you won't learn if you don't go. So please don't be pressured into going to college for the life experience either. Now, I'm not telling you outright that you shouldn't go to college. What I am saying is that you need to weigh the pros and the cons and seriously consider the cost to benefit analysis. I've been to a couple of different colleges, studied a few different subjects, but the last time I went made the most sense. I studied film scoring and orchestration through Berklee's online program. What this means is that I was able to pick the classes that I wanted to take, and I only paid for those classes. I wasn't chasing a degree, but rather I was learning skills that I was interested in obtaining, and I learned from some of the best teachers in the world, and I got to do it at my own pace. I think that this, in combination with vocational schools, should really be the educational model for the future, not forcing students to take irrelevant and expensive classes that have nothing to do with their field of study and chase degrees that won't help them get anywhere in life. If you have thoughts on this topic and you want to start an interesting discussion, feel free to post in the comments. All right, as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.